Today I'm gonna have a motovlog on my KLX 300, and it was something I was talking to my friend at dinner last night. I work for a company up north, and we got a request from a customer to write a procedure and process for an inspection for a facility down south. And the procedure had to mirror the procedure that was made by one of their facilities in Japan. So I was assigned, since I was the technical expert, to develop this procedure for them. So we agreed, and they sent me this somewhat translated procedure from Japanese to English. And usually these procedures are 3 to 4 pages long. They designate what equipment you need, who's authorized to do the inspection, what certification requirements are, and then of course how the inspection is performed. But this was like 1 page. It was just, here's what the equipment screen is supposed to look like, and just a list of things to do while you inspect. I'm like, okay. So I broke it down. We had procedure templates, so I used a procedure template to write things that I know are industry standards in these types of procedures. So I write the procedure based on what I could figure out from the interpreted procedure. And so I get it done, and I talk to the engineer that sent me the procedure, the Japanese procedure, and I said, okay, I'm ready for a sample part to try to see if what I interpreted, the procedure that was interpreted, say, makes any sense. So they send me a sample piece of this part, and we had to send it out to have a defect put into it so when we do the procedure, we can detect the sample defect, and then if we get a signal on the instrument that is similar to the sample defect, then we know that the part is bad, and if we don't get any signals, then we know the part is good. So I get this thing and send it out, have the sample defect put into it, and everything so far is running relatively smoothly. I think we get it done in about a month. And after I get everything done, we have a facility down south. I send everything to our certified inspector down south to give to the customer in the southern facility. So everything goes as it should, and we get paid. And then I get another email, hey, can you train the inspector to perform the inspection per your procedure? And I was like, well, I'm not going to be down there for another week, so maybe next week I can come and do the training. Although my certified inspector down south could have done the training too, but he wasn't too familiar with the inspection. It would have taken him a little bit to figure it out, but they wanted me to go do the training. It's like, all right. So I'll call the engineer that I've been working with, Bill, just for the sake of the story. So Bill says, okay, I'm going to be down at the facility. Here's the address. Come to the facility, ask for me, and I'll come let you in. It's like, all right. So me and my certified inspector go to the facility, and we go to the receptionist office. Said, yeah, Bill said to come and train one of your inspectors. Oh, backing up, the person that my inspector gave the equipment and the procedure to, we'll call him Dave. And I didn't know who Dave was. I was still up north and didn't know who or what Dave was, but my certified inspector didn't know who he was either. He was just the designated person to give the stuff to. That'll come up later. So before I came down, I was like, okay, I told Bill, what's the name of the inspector that I'm going to train, and does he have a contact so maybe I can kind of talk to him before I come to kind of give him an overview of what the inspection is about. And he's like, oh, we only have one inspector down there, and he does a lot of field work and he travels a lot, so you may not be meeting him, but there might be another inspector down there that will get the training. I'm like, okay, well, whatever, just be ready for when I come down there to do the training, so everything runs smoothly. Like, all right. So fast forward again. Me and my certified inspector get to the facility, and we ask for Bill. Oh, Bill's not here. We can't let you in. I'm like, what? So we reach out to Bill. I think it was like on a weekend, on a Saturday or something like that. So I can't remember if I emailed Bill or I had his phone number or whatever. He goes, oh yeah, I'm sorry, my trip got canceled. Tell him, I told Larry you guys were coming, so tell the receptionist that Larry is going to be the guy that lets you in. We're like, okay. So we tell the receptionist, hey, Bill said to let Larry know that we're here, and Larry is going to let us into the facility. And she goes, oh, okay. So Larry comes out, goes, hey, I'm Larry. I don't know what you're here for or why you're here, but I was told to let you in. Like, okay. So it's starting to get more sketchy, right? So we go to the place where we have to do the inspection on the components, and nobody's there. Well, there's some other workers there, but they're not inspectors. So we're just waiting around, and we wait for maybe 5-6 minutes, and we ask one of the workers, hey, do you know who is going to be doing the inspections on these components? And a couple of them are like, no, yeah, we do this other stuff. We don't know who does the inspections. Well, okay. So then I think like 15-20 minutes later, guy shows up, and he looks around, he sees us, and of course we're not dressed like the facility employees. We're just in business casual. So he comes up and he goes, hey, are you guys with Company X? It's like, yeah. He said, yeah, I'm the inspector that you guys are here to train. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We were told that there was another inspector, but he does field work and he doesn't come, so we didn't know who the actual inspector will be here to train is. And he goes, no, I'm the guy who does the field work, but I don't travel that much. I just travel maybe, once a month or something. But yeah, no, I'm here on a regular basis. We're like, that's not what we were told, but whatever. Okay, so do you have the equipment and the procedure? He goes, no, nobody ever told me that there was equipment or procedure. So we're like, okay, well, I don't know what to do from here. So then like 30 minutes later, this other guy shows up. And apparently that was the guy that my certified inspector gave the equipment and procedure to. He goes, oh yeah, I'm the new head inspector, and the equipment and the procedures in my office. So we go to his office, get the equipment and the procedure, and go back to the shop. And the regular inspector and the new head inspector, they didn't know each other, because the head inspector was only hired like 2 weeks ago. And so the regular inspector kind of gave him a side eye. He goes, oh, I didn't know you were hired. So we get back to the shop, and I'm going over the procedure, showing them the equipment, telling them what settings they need to make, what areas the inspections are supposed to be. And then this short guy, he's got like a polo shirt on, and he doesn't look like one of the regular workers. He looks more like an admin guy. Comes up and he goes, hey, are you guys doing the inspection on these components? And it's like, they're talking to me and my inspector, and I'm like, no. And I told him, these are the employees that work here. So he talks to them, I need you to inspect these other units over here. And they're like, okay, well, after we get done with the training on this unit, which they're here to inspect, then we will do the inspections on those other units. He goes, no, I need you to do it. I need you to inspect these other units first. And me and my inspector were just kind of shrugging, looking at each other, kind of snickering a little bit. And so when that dude left, we talked to the two employees, and we're like, who is that guy? Like, we don't know who the heck that guy is. Never seen him before. Even the regular inspector said, yeah, I never met that guy before. I think he's from another facility. And so we told the new lead inspector, we're just here to train you on one of the units. We're not here to actually do the inspections. It's up to you guys, because you guys are the ones who are going to sign off on your inspection. So if we do it, we're not signing anything off. They're like, oh yeah, that's fine. So we go to, he's like, well, let's just go ahead and do the training on the other unit that the guy wants. And we're like, so we go over to the other unit. I show him how to inspect the first component, and then the regular inspector does the same inspection on the same component that I do to make sure that he gets the same results. And then the new lead inspector does it. So then I think there were like 6, I can't remember if there might have been 12 components on each unit that had to be inspected. And there were two different areas of inspection. It was the same component, but the first area the inspection was only, you know, was closer to the instrument than the other. Let's put it that way. So then after we get through inspecting the whole all the components in the first unit, we're like, okay, we're done. And so then we just shake hands with the employees and we leave. And so like a day later, or maybe the following weekday, I get a hold of Bill and I told him what was going on. He goes, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, I couldn't be there, and I'm sorry it was so confusing, but I'm glad that the inspectors were able to get trained. And I told him, yeah, it was relatively simple inspection for somebody who knows what they're doing, and the inspectors did a good job. But it was just weird that there was a lot of miscommunication on who the contacts were, and it's like, I asked him, do you know this guy? I can't remember if I remember his name or not, but it's like, yeah, this guy came out and told us to inspect three different units, and we're just there to train and inspect one unit. So I don't know what that was about. He goes, yeah, I don't know what that was about either. So that's my story on a weird interaction with an external, well, with a customer, where we had to do external work for them. And now that I'm living down south, that facility is relatively close. And actually, we hired a person that used to work at that facility, and I told him the same story, and he goes, yeah, that's not unusual for that place. That place was very, very discombobulated. So if I ever think about leaving where I'm working, that is not the place I will be looking for a job. Hope you enjoyed the story. Take care. Bye.